What's up? Bradley Johnson here with an email reply, an actual email reply. And, oh, surprise, surprise, guess what topic it's on? Refeeds, because that's the only thing. I'm going to rename this channel Refeeds Are Us. The question is, hey Bradley, 2 questions. I'm currently about 14% body fat, I think. How often should I have a refeed day when cutting? Also, do you believe in the concept of muscle memory? I recently got very ill and lost quite a bit of muscle. Do you think I will recover fairly quickly? Okay, first of all, we'll get into the refeeds thing. 14% body fat, I don't think you need to refeed at all. Nah, I don't think you need to refeed at all. If you really must refeed, once every 2 legs days, do it that way. But my best way to work out if you're refeeding, if you're keeping your calories good and you're losing weight and you're keeping your calories to a multiply and you've worked out how many calories to do and you've got a system and it's working, you're dropping weight. If you drop weight like 3 weeks in a row, excellently, like 1 to 2 pounds, and it's going well. The first time you go for 2 weeks, you know, as in like a reading, then another reading, and you don't drop, and another reading, you don't drop, yeah? The first time that happens, you might need to invest in a refeed if you're keeping everything else the same. So just let your experience tell you when you need to refeed. If what has been working for you before is not working for you, try a refeed to kickstart your metabolism and get going again. And do it as a calculated refeed. Check my refeed video out, I'll put it here. Okay, that's refeeds out of the way for now, until they raise their ugly head again. The second one, the concept of muscle memory. Now, you don't really go into exactly what you mean, but I think what you're trying to say is you got ill, you got weak, you lost muscle. Do you think your muscles will, from the memory of being strong before, get bigger again, an accelerated rate perhaps, to be able to recover? Now, I believe that good practices in terms of what your muscles have learned in terms of memory will mean your form is at a point where you are in a good position to get the hypertrophy necessary to get to where you previously were in terms of strength and muscle mass. Because if you're starting again from someone who's not a beginner, someone that's worked out a lot and knows how to lift, you will get more gains than someone who's just starting out lifting and they have to do a lot of work to stimulate their central nervous system to be strong enough to do the lift, and also work out the technique and form and practice and be good enough to lift the weight. So I guess from your position, you may get maximal muscle gains, but I don't think accelerated muscle gains. I don't think muscle memory works in order to advance hypertrophy any more than is physically possible in any other person. Just your technique may be better, sufficient to make it so that you can skip some of the pitfalls that a newer person might have working out. In terms of muscle memory, what I do believe in muscle memory. I definitely believe in muscle memory. Now, I've said before, I used to play tennis to quite a high level when I was really young, until I was about 15 when I had a knee operation. You know, hold on, check out, look, can you see? Where is it? You see my scar? Can you see it? It's coming out in the video. It probably wouldn't in HD. That's my scar. Basically, I had Osgood-Schlatter syndrome because I'm really tall, and the Achilles tendon, which connects from the patella, the kneecap, to the shin, keeps tugging because of my height and the rapid rate at which I was growing and playing too much tennis, doing primarily work on my knees, kept tugging at the shin bone, kept tugging and tugging and tugging and tugging until it tore some bone from the shin, and it started swimming around in the fluid of a sac created just. But if you look at my knees from the side, you'll notice I've got this lump here. Now in here, it used to be much bigger, but in there was just basically fluid, and in that fluid there was bone floating around, causing me all kinds of trouble and pain. So I had an operation to cut into that and take some of that bone out. Now, I stopped playing tennis, yeah? So like I wasn't playing tennis, and I spent about 10 years just not playing any tennis at all. And I started playing tennis again when I started working out, training as my cardio, my Wednesday cardio, which it still is to this day. And what I found was I sucked. And my health was low, and like it was too tiring, it was horrible, and it sucked. But I'll tell you what I did find. I tried to do tennis moves and swings and stuff and look at the ball, and my eye was out. Like my hand-eye coordination was poor. Like, so like I'd swing, and what used to be a really easy tennis shot for me was really difficult. So like swing, ball would go flying into the net, you know, miles out, and I was struggling. But what I also found was if a ball came at me really quickly and I had no time to think about it and I just had to react, my muscle memory kicked in and I tended to hit a better shot. So a ball comes, oh, what? And it's like a really old part of my brain and memory took control, and good tennis shot. And the faster the balls came at me, the better my tennis shot. The less time I had to think about it and use all this all this new knowledge that is, you know, ruining my tennis, all this knowledge of not playing tennis, that was difficult. But if my brain just like took over and said, okay, look, I got this, yeah, it was like, don't worry, I remember, we used to play this a lot. And here, my muscle memory would make it so that I hit a good tennis shot. So do I believe in muscle memory? Hell yeah, I believe in muscle memory. Do I believe it will help you with your weight training? Yes, I do. Do I believe you're going to get super fast magical results? Nah, I don't think so. And refeeds, you know, I told you my views on that. Refeed questions. Hopefully it's been some help. BradleyJohnson@gmail.com. If you've got any queries or theories or suggestions, keep the emails coming. I'll answer anything that you send. Other than that, like the video, like my Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and of course subscribe. Peace!